Day to day.
Do you anticipate he will practice in the next 3 days?
We're just going to take it one day at a time right now. He's not going to practice today, but we'll take it one day at a time. But he's a player that Brandon had scouted, and Brandon's staff had scouted, and like I mentioned before, he's had experience in this league. He's gotten varsity reps before, both on the offensive side and special teams. Made a big play against the Panthers when I was there in a special teams phase on a return unit. So he's been out there before, and I thought he handled himself well this past week. Next man up. That's what we've done all year. You never replace a player like LaShawn. I've got a lot of confidence in Mike Tolbert and Murph and whoever else we put in the backfield. So, they did a nice job this past weekend, and I expect them to do the same moving forward. You look at every statistical category of their defense, and I went through the different rows of it, trying to find an area of weakness, and there isn't one. I mean, they're very talented, multiple first-round picks on that defense. They're well coached, so we're going to have a big challenge in front of us in a lot of ways, but starting with their defense.
Sean, does Marcel appear a bit better in their defense than he did here?
I don't know. That's probably a better question for Marcel.
Any thoughts on that? That the karma kind of worked out that he was here 2 months ago and now he's playing in a playoff game? A little bit of karma working there, or what do you think?
We made the decision that was right for our team. I know we've moved on, and it appears he's moved on. So I wish him nothing but the best. And it seems like he's playing at a high level, just like the rest of the defense. Yeah, I think usually what comes with a guy as big as Fournette is the inability to get outside and to make the explosive runs. He can get outside, he can make the explosive runs and take it to the house if he finds a crack in there. So it'll be a big challenge for our run defense. Yeah, Joe, there's a certain type of mindset, when you're young in this type of situation, to make sure that we are in the right frame of mind as we approach our week, that we're focused on what we do, our process, the respect for the opponent, just like we've done all year. And I'm confident in the leadership on this football team and the player-driven leadership that they'll lead by example, and we'll have a good week of preparation.
Your contract.
That's every situation is different, and I'm not going to go there.
So let's say a guy like
Say what you just did to that really good question about the mindset this week. Does part of this stuff have to be fun? Does there have to be some sort of enjoyment in being here where this organization hasn't been so long?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is, there's a lot of joy around our job and passion, and this is fun because it's what we do. This is what we signed up for, and it's a result of a lot of hard work. And with the journey, I mean, it's different points during the day. You got to kind of say, hey, this is what we work for, and this is a culmination of a season-long worth of work and sacrifice and commitment to the cause. And it's fun to be on this ride with our fans, too. And to see the excitement around the community, see the excitement in the building. It's a lot of fun. Well, they're both winners, in the way they approach their craft and the preparation. They've both been out there before, so I've got confidence in both of them. Their running style is a little bit different, obviously, in terms of what they do. Both can run, that said, both can run inside, both can run outside. Both do a good job in protection. So, like I mentioned earlier, confident both. Well, just like any situation, it's a quarterback-driven league. We've got to do a good job of affecting the quarterback with our defense and the different looks and try and get him out of a rhythm just like any quarterback. He's had a good year. And does a good job for their offense. A little bit. There's some of that in there. There's some of what we do is baked in there also. So there's some overlapping schemes. They do a good job. I mean, they play fast. They play aggressive defense. Like I said before, there's not a whole lot of weakness statistically in what they're doing, and so they've had the success that they've had as a team, in part because of the defense. But they are a well-balanced football team and well coached.
Do you see any of those opportunities though for big plays? I know you think about that in every game, but I mean, does this one present it too when they're doing that fast flow stuff?
I mean, yes and no. Number one, we've got to protect the ball because they do a phenomenal job of taking the ball away. I think they're second in the league in taking the ball away, give or take. So we've got to make sure that we're staying on schedule and putting ourselves in position to move the football overall. Explosives would be nice, but there's a lot that goes into that also. We just stay focused on what we're doing, really. Our players, they know how this team's been built. They've taken a lot of ownership in the process going through the season of what we're all about, and I don't see them changing that in terms of their DNA and what drives them on a weekly basis. We're going to do us, and that's been good enough this season, most of the year, and so as I reiterated to them this morning, once the ball's kicked off, it's a game, and we've got to get back into our routine and block out as much noise as possible.